She just wanna be my baby mama.
D tier, problematic choices, Volkswagen Taos, Kona, Seltos. Climbing slightly above F tier, we enter D tier. These vehicles aren't complete disasters, but they come with serious concerns you shouldn't ignore. First up, the Volkswagen Taos. On paper, it's appealing. European design, efficient engine, modern features. But underneath that polished exterior lies a list of reliability issues that are hard to overlook. The small turbocharged engine has shown signs of weakness, sometimes even failing prematurely. Earlier versions suffered from a jerky, unreliable transmission that made daily driving frustrating. Even though improvements have been made, like switching to a conventional automatic, the damage has already been done. And then there's the ownership experience. Volkswagens in general can be complicated and expensive to maintain. When something goes wrong, and it often does, it's rarely cheap or simple to fix. Now let's talk about the Hyundai Kona and Kia Seltos. These two are closely related, sharing much of their engineering, and while they offer great design, features, and value, their base engines have a troubling history. We're talking about oil consumption issues, internal engine wear, and even mechanical failures in some cases. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they're the kind of problems that can shorten the lifespan of a vehicle significantly. There are better engine options available, but that doesn't completely erase the concerns. So while these SUVs aren't total write-offs, they're far from the safest bets. C tier, average but risky, Chevy Trax, Trailblazer, Nissan Kicks. Welcome to C tier. This is where things start to feel acceptable, but not ideal. Let's begin with the Chevrolet Trax and Trailblazer. These two share a similar philosophy: small engines, turbocharged for efficiency, designed to meet modern fuel economy standards. But that approach comes with trade-offs. A tiny 3-cylinder engine working under turbo pressure isn't exactly a recipe for long-term durability. It's being pushed harder than a traditional engine would be, and over time, that stress adds up. Now, failures aren't extremely common, but the design itself raises questions. Because when you're thinking about reliability, you want something that's built to last, not something that feels like it's engineered just to survive the warranty period. Then there's the Nissan Kicks. At first glance, it seems like a solid choice. Simple engine, good fuel economy, affordable pricing. But there's one major issue: the transmission. Nissan's CVT transmissions have a long history of being fragile. Premature failures, expensive replacements, and inconsistent performance have all been reported over the years. And when that transmission goes, you're looking at a repair bill that can make the entire vehicle feel not worth it anymore. So while C-tier vehicles aren't terrible, they come with enough risk that you should think twice before committing. B-tier, decent and dependable. Venue Outlander Sport. Now we're getting somewhere. B-tier is where reliability starts to become a real strength, not just a possibility. First, the Hyundai Venue. It's small, it's simple, and surprisingly, it works. The engine is straightforward, naturally aspirated, and avoids the complexity that often leads to problems. The transmission, while not perfect, has shown decent durability so far. It's not the most exciting SUV, it's not the most powerful, but it's consistent, and in the world of reliability, consistency is everything. Next, the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. This SUV feels like it's been around forever, and honestly, that's part of its strength. Because while other manufacturers constantly redesign and experiment, Mitsubishi has kept things simple. Same basic engine, same general setup, proven over time, and that simplicity pays off. It's not cutting edge, it's not luxurious, but it's dependable. And sometimes, that's exactly what buyers need. B-tier vehicles may not be perfect, but they're solid choices that won't leave you constantly worried. A tier. Strong, trustworthy picks, HR-V, Crosstrek. Now we enter a tier. This is where reliability becomes a defining feature. Let's start with the Honda HR-V. Honda has built its reputation on reliability, and the HR-V lives up to that legacy. Its engine is simple, naturally aspirated, and free from unnecessary complexity. No turbocharging stress, no over-engineering, just a proven design that keeps going and going and going. Yes, it uses a CVT, but unlike others, Honda's version has shown itself to be far more dependable. The result? A vehicle that's easy to own, easy to maintain, and incredibly durable. Then there's the Subaru Crosstrek. This is one of those SUVs that quietly builds a loyal following, because it just works. The engine has been refined over years, the all-wheel drive system is robust, and overall build quality is consistently strong. Like the HR-V, it also uses a CVT, but Subaru has improved it to the point where it's no longer a major concern. Both of these vehicles are excellent long-term choices. They may not be perfect, but they come very, very close. S-tier, the best of the best, Mazda CX-30 Corolla Cross Hybrid. And finally, we've reached the top, S-tier. This is where reliability meets excellence. First, the Mazda CX-30. This SUV stands out for one key reason. It avoids unnecessary complexity. Instead of chasing trends, Mazda focuses on proven engineering. A naturally aspirated engine, a traditional automatic transmission, no gimmicks, no risky experiments, just a powertrain that's been refined over years to deliver consistent long-term performance. And that's exactly what makes it one of the safest choices on the market. Then there's the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. This is reliability perfected. Toyota has spent decades refining its hybrid systems, and it shows. The combination of a simple gasoline engine and electric motors creates a system that's incredibly efficient and incredibly durable. These systems have been tested across millions of vehicles worldwide. They're not new, they're not experimental, they're proven. And that's why this SUV sits at the very top, because when it comes to reliability, it doesn't get much better than this. So there you have it. From the worst to the absolute best. Some SUVs that look tough, fall apart under pressure, and others that seem ordinary turn out to be incredibly reliable, because at the end of the day, reliability isn't about height, it's about engineering. So before you buy your next SUV, ask yourself, do you want something that looks good today, or something that still runs perfectly 10 years from now? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which SUV would you pick. And if you want more rankings like this luxury SUVs, sedans, or even used cars, let me know, because the next list might just save you thousands. I'll see you in the next one.